What's up, everybody? It is your boy Patrick Ocampo, and thank you guys for tuning in for another video. Today's topic is my first semester of physical therapy school. So my goodness gracious, where do I begin? So the first semester of PT school was obviously extremely unique. During the application process, I watched a lot of PT students and med students vlogs as they would show like a day in the life kind of thing on YouTube. And watching these videos gave me a general idea of how I was going to be on campus, how studying on campus was going to be, interacting with classmates on campus, etc., etc. But obviously, because my class was the first class to begin during a pandemic, I did not have any of those references. I came into the semester without any expectations of how online school was going to work. I had no prior experience to Zoom University, as my last day of post-bachelor classes were in December of 2019, and I started my first semester of PT school in fall of 2020. I remember before the first official day of class, my cohort started a Facebook page and we all introduced ourselves virtually. And at this time, I already knew there was something special about this cohort. We're all coming from different parts of our lives, and to begin PT school in the midst of pandemic, like we really wanted to make the most out of our opportunities. So there was already this sense of family and this cohesion that I'm very, very appreciative till this day. Classes were Monday through Friday. They were as early as 8 a.m., as late as 6 p.m. And the classes that we had were anatomy, physiology, kinesiology, patient care skills, research methods, professional and practice issues in PT, and IPE. IPE is a specific class for our university that introduces interprofessionalism. So my program PT were with students from the dentistry, DO, pharmacy, PA, so that was pretty awesome getting to know about each other's professions and our impact in the healthcare. So that was awesome. And like I said, classes started as early as 8 and were lasted until 6 p.m. again, all virtually. So it was definitely very straining on the eyes. But shout out to my blue light vision, not blue light vision, but the blue light lens glasses. That they helped me a lot. Didn't give me headaches, so I think they work. But yeah, one thing I do enjoy about Zoom is being in the comfort of my own home. But I did my thing, get ready in the bathroom, make breakfast, make my coffee, and then come straight to class. So that was pretty cool. Didn't have to drive anywhere. But lectures were definitely interesting. But before I start with that, quick shout out to the faculty and teachers at the university that I went to. They did an amazing job. Despite being in a pandemic, they really they did a great job giving us that physical therapy school experience. And I know they didn't want to be online. We didn't want to be online, but they really made it feel like we were there. They try to keep it as interactive as possible. And obviously physical therapy has physical in the title, so it's hard when you can't touch and palpate. It's hard to palpate the screen and look for the chromium, but they made it work, and I'm super, super grateful for that. So shout out to them. One huge adjustment for me personally was actually transitioning from paper and pen to an iPad, Apple Pencil. But me being a tech guy, I love Apple, I love technology, so the iPad changed my life, and I highly recommend it for anyone who's willing to make that transition. But what I enjoy the most about taking notes on the iPad and using the app Notability was to be able to download the PDFs and PowerPoints and be able to make my notes on it, and then even split in the screen so I can jump from study guide to study guide and notes from notes. So that really changed the game for me. But again, personally, for the whole semester, I felt like it was a very difficult transition. Again, like a lot of my classmates, I know they can attest to this, that we are more like people who like to learn online. I think one of the best parts about going to school was driving to school, getting your mind right and walking the campus. Just knowing okay, cool, today I'm going to school and being a student. But the difference obviously being at home is trying to separate yourself from being in school and being at home, and that's something I struggled with personally. My classmates, we had a group meeting, we're all super helpful on that, so it definitely helped with the transition going into Zoom University. Thankfully though, towards the end of the semester, we were able to be on campus for labs only, anatomy, cadaver labs, kinesiology, and patient care skills labs with practicals. And it was very strict. We were only able to be with certain groups and certain pods. I know I can speak on behalf of my classmates. We were just happy to be on campus, and I think that's for me where it started to really feel like I was in PT school. And yeah, I wish it could have happened sooner, but with this whole pandemic and COVID-19, we can't really control those things. So you gotta just be grateful for what's in front of you, and those are things you can't control. So biggest takeaways from my first semester in PT school is hard. it's hard, whether it's online, in-person, hybrid, it's difficult. 22 units of foundational classes are a lot, and as they should be. These classes are straight up building our foundation for, the time here and at school, and furthermore as we become future clinicians. So it's a lot of information, it's a process, but I think that's the beauty of PT school. There's no syllabus week, they don't take it easy the first week. We jump straight to it, and as they should, because again, these classes are classes that actually relate and apply to what we really want to do. No longer are we taking like these art classes or history classes or music classes that are irrelevant to, our future careers. These are classes that we need to know and not just memorize. You have to understand on a deeper level. And if I can leave with a few lessons that I've learned for my semester is this. So time management is the key to success. And let me say that again. Time management is the key to success. And I can be the first one to tell you how big of a deal time management is, because being online, it was really hard for me to disconnect from school and focus on my mental health. And then it was hard for me to study and take breaks, and that's things I'm going to talk about in my next video. But shout out to my Google Calendar, looks like a straight up coloring book with all the colors and things I needed, and that helped me with time management. Another thing is ask questions and seek help immediately. Being online, you're in front of a camera for X amount of hours, but once you log off, you feel like you're by yourself. So you definitely have to make more of an effort to reach out to classmates, whether it's texting or calling or setting up a Zoom or meeting up somewhere. You can, but you have to make an effort, because you don't want to ask questions or seek help when it's too late or days before a midterm. And that's something I definitely struggled with, and professors are there to help. The best thing about grad school is there's no more competition. Everyone's there to help each other out and to build each other up. So that's a big one. And last but not least, physical therapy school is a brand new ball game. Be able to adjust, and that's a huge thing. Some things that may have worked in undergrad may not work in grad school, and that's okay. Don't be stubborn. Be able to adjust. Be a student. Learn from other people's study habits. Learn from other people, from faculty, from your fellow cohort, because you're gonna be thrown things you've never been thrown before in PT school, and the more you can adjust and be flexible, the better experience you're gonna have. If you have any questions or want to reach out to me personally, feel free to do so. It's gonna be $100. I'm just kidding. Just reach out to me, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. The next video that we're gonna be talking about is what went wrong, and that's gonna be really a sensitive topic for me to talk about. But again, I want to share with you guys, and I'm excited to share about that experience. Again, my name is Patrick Ocampo. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys later. Woo, woo, woo.